Hello there and welcome to this episode. So we have spent the last couple of episodes learning a lot about the microcontroller clock system, how to configure it, and subsequent videos are going to launch us into doing some quite advanced stuff with different peripherals. And this means also that things could go wrong, and when they do, we need very good techniques for debugging. So this video and the next is going to teach us some of the techniques we can adopt when it comes to debugging firmware. Okay, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to leverage a very nice technique called semi-hosting that is offered by OpenOCD. So if you are new to OpenOCD, it's basically open on-chip debugger. It's an open source software that helps you to basically flash code or firmware to a lot of microcontrollers out there, and also helps you to debug, right? And it has what is known as semi-hosting. And what semi-hosting does is it delegates I/O operations to the host computer instead of the microcontroller. So for example, if we use the printf statement, that is an I/O operation, and it doesn't really have a good effect on the microcontroller. Usually printf on normal applications print to the console, but your microcontroller has no console, right? And so semi-hosting basically delegates I/O operations from your firmware to the host computer. So the host computer in my case is this particular computer that I have installed STM32 Cube IDE on. The host computer is the computer on which you are writing the firmware, and your target is the microcontroller for which you are compiling the application. Now, to get this right, needs you to be very circumspect and follow the instructions I'm going to show you precisely. Okay, so this is the old application that we've been working in. Nothing has changed from the previous video. It's still the same old code that is here, but by the end of this video I would have shown you how to configure this project to use OpenOCD's semi-hosting so that we can use printf-Style for debugging. Okay, all right, so the first thing we have to do is we need to set some linker argument, and to do that you right click on your project, you go to debug as, and you click debug configurations, because we need to add some argument to the linker. Okay, that is going to help semi-hosting to work. It is required, and so you can't skip it. So the way I will advise you watch this video is pause after you have seen me take an action, take the same action before you continue. Okay, there is no need to rush this. We need to get it working. All right, so once you have right clicked and gone to the debug as and selected debug configurations, you will be presented with this screen. All right, the next thing you want to do is to go to the debugger view here and change the debug probe. So by default, STM32 Cube IDE is using ST-Link GDB server. This is a debugger that comes by default. This is from ST Microelectronics, but they also do have support for other kind of debuggers. So there is Sega J-Link and there is ST-Link OpenOCD. So this is a debugger that is leveraging OpenOCD, and because it's only OpenOCD that can offer us semi-hosting, we have to choose ST-Link OpenOCD. Okay, so I'm taking it again. I right clicked and then I went to debug as, and then you go to debug configurations, you select the debug tab here, and then you just select ST-Link OpenOCD as the debug probe. The next thing you want to do is to go to the startup tab here, and then you want to scroll all the way down until you can see this run commands here. Okay, and you have to type in what I'm typing. So I'm basically typing monitor space semihosting enable. Okay, so you click startup, you scroll all the way down until you can see this run commands here, and then you type monitor semihosting enable. Okay, and you can click on apply and you can click on close. At this point, I expect that you would pause the video and then do what I have done before we continue. Okay, all right, so now we have to go and set the linker argument that I mentioned. Okay, so I'm going to right click on the project again, go to properties. Previously we came to debug as, we are done with that. Okay, we changed the debug configuration, but now we are going to the project properties, and in here you want to come to this C build, and then you come to settings. Okay, so project properties C build, and then you come to settings. Okay, and then under settings you want to select the tool settings, and then you want to go all the way down to MCU MPU GCC linker, this one here, and under this you want to select the miscellaneous. This is where we can define the linker argument that is also needed to enable semi-hosting with the OpenOCD debugger. In here you can see other flags, and then there is additional object files. You want to click on this add icon here, and this is going to give you a tool into which you should type what you are seeing here. I had already done that, right? So you type minus, or yeah, it's minus specs. Okay, and then you say equal to rdemon, okay, dot specs minus or hyphen lc space hyphen rdemon. So this is also needed, and then you click OK, you click apply. It will ask you, do you want to rebuild index? Just click on it, let it do what it has to do. Okay, so now you can apply and close. And then there is one more step that you need to perform. In fact, two more steps, right? So inside of our main function here, we need to make a call to some function, and the name of that function is initialize monitor handles. Initialize monitor handles. And you want to call this function before you make a call to printf. Okay, so here you do initialize monitor handles. All right, and then you have to include its prototype before it is called. This is C, so you do extend void, and it takes no argument or parameters. Okay, so now that you have this in place, the next thing you want to do is you want to exclude. If you come to your SRC, there is syscalls.c. In here are some functions that are executed when system calls are made. For example, printf, right? Now, the reason why we need to exclude this from the build system is that if it is there, semi-hosting is not going to work. Remember, I told you that the way semi-hosting achieves what it does is it set what is known as traps for IO calls. Okay, so you want to do printf, you want to write to a file, you want to read from a file. OpenOCD through semi-hosting is looking out for these calls in your code, and it is delegating them to the host computer instead of the microcontroller. And this is calls here. This file has functions that does some of these things. So you can see this has to do with a file. there is put car, which is called when printf is called, and you want to disable this. Okay, so you right click on this file here, you go to properties. In here, all you have to do is to click exclude resource from build. You apply and close, and that is it. Now you can see that if you come to this code, it's grayed out. What it means is that the build system is not going to include this in the final binary that is going to generate. So when we make calls to printf, then Semihosting will kick in to do what it has to do. So now let's leverage the same code here to do what we did previously. So here we were counting on the debug view to see the value, right? But we can also print it out. Before we do that, let's just comment this code out, and then let's put in a print statement. Okay, so I'm going to print something here with printf. Now before you can use printf, you need to have included stdio, right? So include stdio. Yeah, this is the header that has the printf function. So in here, I'm just going to do printf, and then I'll do hello from Semihosting. And very important, always end your printf statement with /n when you are using Semihosting. Okay, so now I'm going to click and build this project. Hopefully everything goes well and there's not going to be any error. Okay, it says one warning. We do know where it is coming from. Initialize monitor, yes, but I have it here, so it should work. And then I will just click debug as. So here you can see that debugging has started. All you are seeing in this console is information from OpenOCD. Okay, so as it's doing its work, it's also logging information out. Now I'm going to step over. I'm going to step over. Now we are at a point where printf hello from Semihosting is. So we expect that it should be able to print it here, right? So then you can click here, and you see that now we can print hello from Semihosting in the same console. Now, if we didn't use Semihosting, the other thing we could do is to leverage one of the UART peripherals and use it for such kind of printf statement, but I find it a bit wasteful. All right, so follow this video, make sure that you are following the steps that I have shared precisely, and let me know in comments if it worked or not. It should work if you follow it precisely. And for those of you watching on YouTube, if you haven't subscribed, please do well to subscribe and help me grow this channel so that I can keep delivering quality content to people who want to learn. Now, as a recap, in this video, we learned about how to enable Semihosting, and we also know what Semihosting is. Basically, it is a technique from OpenOCD that delegates I/O operations to the host computer, and so it offers you a way to have a debugging experience through the printf statement that is similar to what we do in normal applications that are not for embedded systems. Thank you very much for watching this, and I will see you in the next video.